Just a quick pause, guys. I need your help. We need your help because this machine have tried everything. They've deplatformed us once. They've shadow banned us, as you can see from the views. Blacklisted us, and the channel remains demonetized. You wanna know why? Because we report on something that they don't want you to know. But guess what? We still here. We still standing, broadcasting raw, unfiltered truth right through the technocrat machine that they want you to live in. They want your system. They want everybody to live in this machine, so then they can surveil and control and see what you're saying, see what you're not saying. But we resist that. But I have to be honest with you, yeah, we are running a little bit thin, and we need your help to keep this channel alive, because the bills, they can't pay themselves, as we already know it. The system, the server, the little crew that we got, the little studio that we have right now, it's all powered by you. All the donation that we get, it keeps this alive. This keeps the crew alive. And yes, I get it. They want to silence us. They want to shut down the show. Because, yeah, it's the last firewall between you and the psychological warfare that they call news. Because we tell the truth. We don't control the news. We give it to you raw, and you make your own decision with it. But here's the good news though, because there's many of us than them. Because we got a lot of freedom-loving warriors here listening to us like you. So I'm asking you, every listener who can chip in a few quid a month or once, not only gonna make us survive, but expand the team and expand the mission. So I'm asking you to keep us on air, keep the mission alive, and keep this voice on chain. Not just my voice, many other people who are asking for help too. So if you're able to, if you can, go to the link in the description, the first link in the description, just leave something, leave a donation. It could be 50p, it could be £50, 500, it could be anything. We appreciate it. And I want you to know this is not charity, this is a resistance. We're not here to beg, we're here to fight, as you already been seeing us fight. But with your help, we win, and we always win, always. Let's get back into the video. Alright folks, buckle up, because I'm about to blow off the lid of the official narrative. The official narrative, the one that's been given to all the media outlets. Say this, oh say this, Putin is bad. Yeah, North Korea is gonna attack us. Yeah, Iran is the biggest threat, right? Oh, illegal migrants. Oh yeah, we need to get a BRICS card to stop those guys, because obviously it's important. We need to get everybody on this digital ID. So the illegal immigrants, yeah, if they're not on digital ID, that means they are not a part of us. Yeah, it makes sense. And the media, this is the narrative that they've been given, and they want to give it to you. Yesterday I received a message. So I was sitting, I had my siblings come to see me. I'm saying, after they left, I received a message, and the message was, in September this year, the government is gonna do a test. It's gonna be an alert test on your phone. Yes, they are able to give every single phone in the country an alert. I'm not surprised by that, because they're able to listen to our phone calls anyway. So I'm sure they can give us alert. And the alert is about something big that's about to happen. And they're telling you, oh, it could be alert about weather. Don't worry, it's going to be just alert. Yeah, if it's a lot of flooding in your area, we're going to give you a little alert. We're going to let you know. And you're thinking, oh yeah, it's just weather. This is a digital gulag. Yeah, and you guys might be thinking, what do you mean gulag? That's like the Soviet Union type of stuff, the forced labor. No. Just flip it and make it make sense in your brain. Because it does in mine. I'm sure if you watch me, it probably makes sense in your brain too. This is a thing that's been... The media is basically working with these guys. With the government. I'm not sure if it's the government. It's probably somebody bigger that we don't know. And there's a term that goes, if you know their name, then that means it's not that means they're not in charge. They are just the public person who speaks for them. So there's something big happening, and the media has been working successfully in programming you to live in fear, in programming all of us to live in fear, to be ready, to feel like, oh, an attack will happen, please, government save us. And guess what? For them to save us, they're gonna have to bring us solution, and their solution is always to take more control, always. Now, I want to touch on something very important that just, that the country has gone through. 2005, 7/7. It's important to you, of course. It's important to me. It's important to every single person in this country, as it should be, because those innocent people lost their lives, and it's marked 20 years now. And this topic is more. Not many people Not many people cover this, because it's one that you walk on eggshells a lot, because the information is it's not there publicly, or it is there publicly. I mean, you gotta get it from somebody else who was reporting, and you gotta trust that person had good intention in reporting the way he did. So the information is kind of like, you gotta go to the government and stuff. But they falsely had to give out the information, but they didn't want to, because I'm about to report something huge here about 7/7 attack. And so brace yourself for an impact. And with the way the 7/7 attack happened, before it happened, we're gonna go 10 years before it happened. Yes. And I'm gonna go through all the red flags, all the signs that the government had before an attack. But guess what? Somehow nothing worked. Somehow the CCTV didn't work. Somehow the information on the database did not correlate. Yes, imagine the information did not correlate. Meaning they had one name on this side and one name on this side, and they couldn't match if it looks the same person. Yeah, I know. And I'm about to tell you right now, so brace yourself for an impact. I know this is a long intro, I should just get straight into it, but I also want to brace you for it. Because I said I'm going to blow off the lid. So let's blow off the lid, shall we? July 7th, 2005. 4 bombs, 52 deads, 100 people wounded. And they told us it was one guy who happened to just hate Great Britain, Islamists. He went out there and he just destroyed the bus. Oh, another bomb here, another bomb here. Oh, maybe it was 4 guys, maybe it's 2. And now some guys can't even tell us how many guys it was. Yeah. And the country is just too silent. I mean, yes, I get it. It's been 20 years. But still, it's important to still ask the questions. The questions are more important now than ever before. Why? Because they are telling us, oh, we need to be ready for war in homeland. Oh, they're telling us, what they're telling us? Guys, hold on. Wait. They're telling us that my brain is loading. Wait, it's loading. The mind is loading. Wait. It's spinning. Alright. They're telling us, oh, sleeper cells. Oh, that's the word. You thought I was, yeah. No, I'm playing. I did actually forget. You have to go through mind here. I didn't have that ready. So they're telling us sleeper cells. Oh, sleeper cells, biggest threat. Britain is on high alert. And somehow the country doesn't want to ask the question. These are the most important questions to ask. And I know the question I'm about to ask you right now, you'll probably think like, Barack, what are you saying? What are you thinking? Is the tea that you're drinking good enough for you? Why are you asking silly questions? Well, here's the question. Brace yourself on impact before you start commenting. The question is this. Who benefits when a terror attack happens? That's my question. As simple as that. Who benefits? Who benefits if an Islamist lunatic goes out there and kills 3 babies? Who benefits? I know you're probably thinking, Barack, that question just removed the heart out of me. How dare you? You might be thinking that. But it's an important question to ask, because every time when a terror attack happens, and then when we go see the reports, it always looks like the government knew. Like the institution knew it was gonna happen. But then it happens still. And guess what happens? They always bring this solution. Like, oh, this is the solution to save everybody from attacks again. And the solution is always to take control. The solution is always to like, hey, BRICS card now, look, here's your BRIC card. Oh, Oh, you know, you got fraud, somebody robbed your money. All right, here's digital bank currency, you know, CBDC. Yeah, here's your booster. Here's your, you know, we gotta get this surveilling next to your house. Oh, not to look at you, not to monitor your behavior. Oh no, just to see the people around, you know, the danger that's happening in your house, to monitor illegal migrants. Then you find out, oh, the surveilling camera is for 15-minute cities. You've been duped. We all been lied. The media's been working with these guys. They're building a nation of surveilling. They're building a nation of people for slave mind people. Now, I don't want to get away from that question. Let's stay with that question. Who benefits if a terror attack happens in a country? Who benefits? I'm going to try to answer that. I will. And I know this video might get flagged. I mean, the channel is demonetized anyway. So we don't make money from this. It's not like, oh, we're not going to make money from this video. We don't make money from any video. We don't do none of that. We do video because we want you to know, because we care about the country, and I like being on camera. I like doing this. So I invest all my small little money that I make to producing and giving you the information. So with that being said, if you want to support the channel, the first link in the description, just go out there and leave a penny. It means a lot. It keeps me active, and it also keeps the staff here. Yes, it's difficult to pay them every end of the month. Anyways, so who benefits from a terror attack or a bang in the country? Well, yeah, define bang. Just insert anything that you can find. Bang, somebody dying or somebody killing or plane crash, all the crazy stuff. Just insert whatever. Who benefits? Because now today we have government who are high on alert. They're ready for something. They know they're ready for something. They know who might do it as well. They probably know his name. Or they probably know where he lives. They probably have visited him before as well. They know what he's gonna do, and probably how dangerous he will be. So they're preparing us. And they probably have their solution ready. Yeah, some digital thing going on, maybe partner with Palantir technology. They have it all together. It's nicely branded, and it's closely guarded somewhere, and they're gonna reveal to us whenever the attack happens as a solution that just well thought out, last minute. Now, stick on the 7/7 attack. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna try to get everything done. I try to squeeze everything in. I know the video is already too long. I know. I'm sorry, I talk too much. So we got this survivor here on. We got survivor of the 7/7 attack, who has warned us that the threat will increase. Well, the threat is rising again. That's what it says. And so I couldn't find a video of this. I could only find a quote. So the quote unquote is that threats are rising and a terror attack might happen. And then when you look at what the government has been doing, they have been preparing. They've been preparing the nation. They've been preparing the media to prepare the nation. They know it's gonna happen. They've been preparing for it. They're preparing the public for it. And the media is speaking for them. Now, you might think the media will be doing their job, like actual journalism, to go and ask why. Why do you think why do you think another terror attack might happen, John? What are you seeing? Could you try to connect the dot for me so I can connect to everybody, John? Tell me. Yeah, nothing. The media's doing none of that. But they're not asking any questions. They're doing nothing. Instead, they're just repeating exactly that. They're telling you, hey, attack might happen. And the public, they want the public to be living in fear. They want you to not go to Tesco because you feel like it might happen when you go. Why? So when it happens, they can justify it. And justifying for what? Justifying for more surveillance, justifying for more censorship, justifying for more control. They want you scared. They want you complacent. You have to say, they want you complacent. Now, here's the bigger fish we're gonna try to fry today. The bigger bear. This is the bear we're gonna talk about mostly in this video. MI5. Let's talk about that. Because somehow, before the 7/7 attack, they had 10 years full of red flag, and somehow they missed everything. So, speaking of red flag and speaking about the big bear, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the big bear, MI5. I know you're probably listening to me right now anyways, and trust me, I'm behaving myself before you bang the door and anyways. So, 7/7 attack, the guy who did this was known as Mohammed Siddique Khan. Not Siddique Khan like the mayor of London, no. His name was Mohammed C with a S-I, Dick Khan, Siddique Khan, Siddique, then Khan. So Mohammed Siddique Khan. Not Siddique Khan, alright, just, I don't want you to start going out there and saying I said that was him, no. But it sounds the same. This guy who did it, I'm sure you can see a picture on the screen right now. Yeah, here he is, Mohammed Siddique Khan. He was known to the MI5. He was known. Khan was the ringleader. Now, Khan was the ringleader of the 7/7 bombers. He appeared on surveillance operation at least 6 times before the attack. So the MI5 had Siddique Khan, Mohammed Siddique Khan, or maybe I should just say Khan, right? So yeah. So MI5 had Khan on the surveillance. They seen him on the surveillance 6 times, and they were following him. Well, they had him on their radar. The police had him on their radar since 1993. How many years that is? How many years? Can somebody in the back count for us? Oh, am I hearing? How many years, David? What'd you say? 5 years? No, of course not. It's been more than 10 years. They had it more than 10 years. But still failed to know he was going to do something. Now, let me list you what they had. Now, here's the list of what MI5 had of Mohammed Siddique Khan. So, they had a photograph of him. They had a recording of him between 2003 to 2004. And still, they did not identify as a primary threat. His name was linked to cars and phones used by extremists who, of course, the police put down before. They knew this guy was in contact to the extremists, but they said no, he was not a threat. So imagine somebody had a phone, was getting on the phone regularly with like, let's say Osama bin Laden or something. Let's say somebody was getting on the phone with that guy every day, and still they're like, no, he's not a threat. It's fine. That's basically what happened here. He was talking to extremists. I'm talking extremists, Al-Qaeda. Yeah, Al-Qaeda, yes. ISIS, all these guys, he had them on their phone. To pick up the phone and he was talking to them all the time. They knew about that, but they did not follow up. Why? What were they waiting? What were they looking for? And I'm going back to my first question, which I'm trying to answer here, or maybe I'll fail to, because it's very hard to answer that question. And the question is, who benefits of this whole thing? Now, remember Khan, right? Just put Khan, the Mohammed Siddique Khan, put him in your brain, remember him, because I want to introduce you another guy, his partner in crime, let's just say. Now, let's get his picture up. Shazad Taff. Now, before I get into a long list of how MI5 fucked up, how the intelligence had all the information, all the opportunity that they needed to put these 2 guys down, but they failed to. Before I tell you the list, I want to tell you the biggest opportunity they had. the huge opportunity. It was this big, but they still failed to put him down. And here's the, some of you guys might know this. So there was an operation that was called Operation Crevice. I think that's how you pronounce it. Operation Crevice, right? And that operation happened. It was a raid. A raid was launched by the Metropolitan Police and local police in England. Sorry, I should have stopped and drink first. I'm sorry. Local police in England, the morning of 2004, it did, in response to a report that they got that a terror attack was going to happen. So the police went out there and raided this place, and guess what they found? Well, they found guys. Yeah, I think 5+ guys they found, and these guys were planning and they were doing something. They were baking. Yes, they were working. They were doing all these things, and guess what they were doing? They had a plan to put a bomb, well, to plant a fertilizer-based bomb at shopping centers or nightclub or places where a lot of people go. That's what these guys were doing. Yeah, they bossed this place. And great work, by the way, Metropolitan Police. Great work. They bossed this because that would have killed a lot more people. Yes, that would have killed a lot of people. The plan was basically to attack the whole country. That was the plan in 2005, from 2003 to 2005, beyond, even till today. The plan is always, these guys have a plan to attack the whole country. That's what they had back then in 2005. And thank God the Metropolitan Police, Operation Crevice, went out there and they bossed these guys, 5 guys. They arrested these guys. I think they arrested 5 people, and they found over 1,300 pounds of the powder that they need, and it was too much. And the bomb that they would have made, it would have been like a big bomb. I don't know how big. I don't know how to make bomb. I'm not sure, but that's how much they found. You can tell it's a lot. 1,300 pounds. That's a lot. It's like, wow, it's crazy powder that you have. Anyways, now here's one issue though. They arrested all these small guys. They forgot to arrest the mastermind, the people who were in charge, the big guys. And who are the guys? The 2 guys I introduced to you before. And what are their names? Well, Mohammed Sir Siddique Khan, Shazad Taff. Despite them having the knowledge that these 2 guys in 2004, well, this is before the 7/7 by the way, in 2004, these guys were apart and they were building and they were working and they were getting all these small people to make the bomb and go kill themselves too with it everywhere around. Still, they did not pursue to go arrest the main guys as well. They just arrested the 5 people and be like, yeah, good work, Job, good work, Bob, good work, Sarah, now let's go home. While the main people are still out there. Great work, by the way, I'm applauding you for that, great work, but you needed to finish the job. Now, but obviously now we know MI5 has admitted that Khan and Taweed may have attempted they had a farewell meal with the team, with that team that got arrested. So these guys knew they were going to kill themselves. So they had maybe they went to a kebab shop, they had food, they're like, alright guys, man, this is the last time I'm gonna see you, so Allahu Akbar, whatever. I'm sorry, I should not say that. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they said to each other. Anyways, so that's what happened. Now, that's the story that I wanted to tell you. Now let's go to a red flag, to all the red flag that they had. Obviously this one was the biggest red flag, but they still missed it. I don't know how they could miss it. But let's go to the small little flag. They're not small, they are big. Seeing somebody on CCTV with phones on, yeah, they are big. But they somehow missed it. I want to know why. And now the question is, if you can answer in the comments, who benefits if a terror attack happens in a country, could you, if you can, if you can tell me already, just do it. Now, let's keep on going, shall we?
This channel runs on time, passion. Of course, you know me, I like to touch my heart. And of course, a lot of coffee. Everything you're watching, the research, the editing, the long hours spent fact checking, it only happens because of people like you. And if you're able to support with a donation, big or small, please do. It keeps this channel alive and most importantly, independent. We don't have corporate sponsors, but we have something better, a community that cares. Thank you so much for those who have donated, and thank you for even considering as well.
So I'm gonna try to keep very brief because I know the video is already too long. So let's try to keep it super brief. If you want more on this, I'll do more deep dive. So the MI5 failed to connect multiple pieces of intelligence about Khan and Tawi across different operations. So they knew these guys exist. They knew these guys were not good people. They didn't have good. They did not have the best interest for the country. They knew. Somehow, they could not connect these guys together. Even though these guys were doing exactly the same thing. I don't know how. What the heck. But let's just say mistakes happened. Maybe technology was not advanced then. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, technology was not advanced then. But here's the crazy reason why they could not get these guys. They could not match it together and get to know if these guys were operating together and they were planning to do this. Here's the reason. Well, the reason is a spelling variation of Khan's name in a database contributed to a failure to flag him as a threat. Should I say that again? Because when I was reading this long document, yeah, very long, when I got to this reason, I was thinking, all right, now this thing must be a prank. Maybe somebody wrote this whole paragraph wrong. But it's true. Well, after we cross-verified it. So, they failed to find this guy exists and he was a trouble. Because his name was probably spelled wrong. So maybe the police database, the Metropolitan Police had him. Maybe the local police had him. Maybe the MI5 had him. Maybe the National Crime Agency, maybe they had him. Maybe the Counterterrorism Police had him as well. All these agencies, we can put all the agencies together. Maybe let's just say Home Office maybe had him there as well. But they failed to identify him because some guy spelled the name wrong. Or maybe they didn't say that. Failed. The correlation of his name was, there are different correlations. So maybe it was Mohammed Khan Siddique on that database. The other database, it was Siddique Mohammed Khan. Maybe on the other database, it was Khan Siddique Mohammed. Very hard to identify, right? Yeah? I don't think so. I'm sorry. Now let's go back to the first question. Who benefits when a terror attack happens? It's a question that takes out your heart, as I said. But I have to still bang on this drum because it's important, because the country seems like we're on an edge and we could fall, we can tip very, very soon, and we're not tipping in the right direction. So we gotta keep hanging and ask these important questions, and maybe we might get some strength to bring ourselves back to stable country that we was. Gotta make it great. Now, another bullet point here I have to read to you. I had to make this a bullet point because I could not remember it. We do a lot of practice, so that's why it feels like a flowing, but we do a lot of practice here. So, another one, a conversation between Khan and Tawi were dismissed as financial fraud not terrorism related, and it was deprioritized. Just let that sink in. So I've told you one big operation, and they failed to identify him. They failed to identify him on if these guys were together, right? They failed to identify him because his name variation did not colorate, alright? They failed to identify him, these two. Now, another reason why they failed to identify him is that what he was doing was not terrorism. So he was making a bomb, talking to terrorists, doing all these things, and 5 of his guys arrested for making a bomb. But no, he was not priority. Now, same question. Who benefits when a terror attack happens? I don't know how to answer that. But I can only give you the information that I found. Of course, you can't just search that up and get the answer. It's not that easy. And if I was to try to do that, I'm probably not going to make a video every day. I'll need a year to answer that question. A year of investigating really deep. And I'll probably get, I don't know, arrested or something because I'm asking tough questions or something. Or maybe I'm searching too much on my laptop. I don't know. But he was dismissed. And he was not arrested. He was just like, hey bro, just go. It's fine. It's fine. That's what happened. Now, when it comes to CCTV, it's important. Let's talk about CCTV because we've been having CCTV for a very, very long time. Surveilling cameras, they've exist for like, I'll probably say over 100 years. Surveilling cameras have exist. And this is Great Britain, guys. You're telling me in 2005 we couldn't get these guys on CCTV? Well, we did. And guess what? We ignored it. According to the heavy research, the MI5 ignored it. Early warning, ignored. Why? What's the reason? I don't know. But let me go back to my question. Who benefits when a terror attack happens? Now, so CCTV, let's get to CCTV, and this CCTV is just crazy, man. Because in 2001, the year I was born, yes, a beautiful baby was born. In 2001, Khan was seen with 40, you know, you gotta put 4 and 0, 40 extremists. Khan, he was caught with those guys, talking and planning and, you know, whatever they were doing. 40 of them. I mean, who was running the MI5 back then? Who was running this whole intelligent agencies? They couldn't see that. 40 extremists. So, that could have been anyone. That could have been the guy with 9/11. That could have been anybody. 40 of them. They identified them, and he was there. He was one of them. He was mastermind. He was planning. He was doing the stuff. But apparently, the reason why is that they did not identify him at that time. That's their reason. That's what MI5 say. Hey, we did not identify him at that time. So yeah, we just let him do his thing. That's one. That's when it comes to CCTV. That's one more failure. So the list goes on. I can go on, but I don't want to get in trouble here. You see, we're reporting on YouTube, so we can't do too much. We can only tell you what we know, what is publicly reported. Anything else, it'll be speculating and conspiracy. I don't want to get there. That's not my box. Because we do heavy research here. We don't want to speculate. We don't want to conspire and do all these silly things. We want to give you news that you can go out there and find yourself, because it's research and it's factually checked. So that's CCTV done. Now, let's look at something else. Was he a criminal? Oh, that's correct. He was a criminal. He was a criminal. And the police had record and picture of him on the national police computer. They had a picture of him since 1993. Think about that. Over 10 years they had a picture of him. 12 years to be exact. They had a picture of him. Yes, right here. His photograph. Paused. Because he had a criminal record. Of course he did. But here's their reason. Their reason of failing to stop this was this picture was not cross-reference. That's their reason of why they failed to stop this guy. It's like this guy was unstoppable, man. He was just walking through. So you had all these things, CCTV, phones, criminal record, phone call with the extremists, his boys are making the bombs, but somehow you could not cross-reference everything. You just gave the laptop or your intelligence, you just gave the intelligence to kids. You're like, hey, you play around for a bit, I'll be back. It seems that way. Because there's no way you would not cross-reference. What? That's insane. Now, after all this mess up, after all these crazy failure from the MI5, guess what they did? They started to cover it up for themselves. Yeah, there. Or maybe for the big master. They started to cover it up. And I'm sure if you're from Ireland, the Irish guys who are watching me, I know you guys are like, you contribute 9% into the channel, so we're always trying to bring you guys into the channel as well, so big up the Irish. If you are Irish, do you remember the Troubles? Back then, the Troubles, you got the Protestant Catholics, and you got, the riot, and somehow the British people sent the army, and they shot some people down, and then they started covering it up. Remember that? Basically, this seems like that. Hey. So they started covering it up. They're like, nah. They attempt to keep the evidence secret. They didn't want anybody to know. They didn't want me to report this 20 years after. No, they didn't want that. No. They wanted to keep it closely guarded. Yes. Because they know they failed.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.
But after they tried to cover it up, but it was not until the families of victims they challenged this and took them to court. I don't know if you know, but they took them to court and demand them to know why Khan and Tawi were not followed up. So that's the story of MI5 and the British intelligence, all these agencies, how they failed. All these attempts for 10 years straight. They failed to stop the guy who's using a brick phone. His phone doesn't have a fucking fingerprint. You can't even tap on it. They failed to stop him. It's insane. Now, I'm going to leave the link in the description. Where I got all this information, the government sites and all the heavy. I don't know if anybody has made a video about this. I'm probably the first one, but yeah, I'll leave the link in the description. You can go. There's a lot of pages you have to read. So good luck with that. Now let's talk about today. So I've told you all the crazy stuff that happened with MI5. With the 7/7 attack. So I've told you that, they fucked it really bad. Now let's talk about today. Now today's attack is it looks more simple than back 20 years. Because today's attack can be online. Hey, everybody's online. We live online. It's like kids are going to sleep like this with their phones. They wake up with it as well. You're working online. Everything's online. So the terror threats are completely different. Really different. The terror threats now are like algorithm, AI, surveillance, social credit system. Maybe, oh shit, somebody stole your identity. Oh, you don't exist right now. We're going to bury you. That's the thing now. That sounds very weird, but I would not be surprised in 20 years from now, people are dying on their credit system. social credit stuff. So the terror attack today is totally different. It's totally different. Somebody can steal your identity any time of the day. So now the government is building. Oh, I don't even know if I should say government. I should say, I don't know what they're called, bro. They are called some people call it deep state. Some people call it the globalists. Some people call it the establishment. There's a lot of names. Some people call them the devils. Some people call them the World Economic Forum guys. I don't know what they're called, but it's definitely not Keir Starmer. I'm sure it's not. He's probably told what to do. I don't know, but there's an agenda that's been pushed in. There's an agenda that's been pushing into like everybody having this digital device. Oh, get a Ring camera, get the doorbell ring, and you're thinking, yeah, that's convenience. Somebody can ring at the bottom, and I can be upstairs, and I'll see them and be like, hey, I'm not here. It's convenient. Right, that's what they're telling you. But behind the surface, those cameras are linked to companies, and that company is just try to take data. Try to take your behavior. What do you do? What time do you leave the house? Where do you go? And how do you dress? You know, you left the house with a red shirt. All right, look at the guy on the red shirt. He's going. Maybe that's the reason is data. You're not just dancing on TikTok. You're giving your face away. They're taking it. Yo, this is how it looks like when he smiles. Yeah, nice. Put that there. Great. Oh, he went out. Oh, he said this is favorite food. Nice. It's all people are just collecting your data, and that's how the government is pushing all this. And now they want you to not even have a wallet. They don't want you to have a wallet. It's like they're telling you it's too messy to have a wallet. I don't know if you guys catch up what's going on. I'm trying to remind you. Last year, there was an advert that came out telling you to not walk with a wallet because you are too clumsy. You might drop and lose your wallet. That's what it's saying now. You are too stupid to walk with your wallet. So guess what? Put it on your phone. This is my phone. Put it on your phone, yeah. Put the wallet on the phone. And soon they'll be like, hey, you're too stupid to have your face with you. Put it on the phone. Take this ID with you. Put it here. It's called the BRICS card. I would not be surprised if that happens. Now let's go back to the terror attack stuff. I don't want to lose that. I know I'm talking too much here, but it's important. I'm sure some people like this. So now the government is preparing you and me. Is telling us, hey, we're gonna give you an alert. Alarm will ring on your phone. Just in case the weather is bad in your area. Oh, just in case Putin attacks. Oh, North Korea. Oh yeah, they are bad people. Yeah, just in case they attack us. Putin. Oh, Putin. Oh, no way. Putin is a bad boy. So make sure you have your phone with you. And guess what? You think it's about weather. You think they're gonna just ping you and be like, ping, 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 bad weather alert. Really? You actually believe that? It's insane how the media and the government have like made us feel like we are just information grabber now. We're like a sponge. Every little drop, yeah, we take it in. We are grasping for anything. Like, yeah, give it. Oh, Putin's gonna attack. Oh, Putin's gonna attack. We never even like asked the real questions. Like, why would he attack? What are we doing? How much money are we sending to Ukraine? Are we funding a proxy war? Probably the reason why. Maybe if we just stay neutral, he might not even think of us. And would he even attack us? What sort of benefit will he get? I mean, you only attack a country if you think there's something to steal from it, something to take from it. What is he gonna take from here? Starmer? He wants to take some. Think Putin cares about Starmer. But that's your narrative to believe. But I want you to know that when you ask important questions, when you challenge these narratives, you get to the truth. And when you get to the truth, you're called conspiracy theorists. Oh, conspiracy theorists, stay away. You will get this, demonetized. You will get censored. You probably get jailed. Counter-terrorism, they might jail you and search your laptop. Oh, you were searching this. Oh, that's a crime. You're guilty all the time. And then you have to prove yourself to be innocent. You could bang your door anytime and be like, hey, you're guilty right now. Now show me how innocent you are. Let's see your laptop. Oh, you search up this. Oh, you're supporting this political party. Oh, you tweeted this cartoon. Oh man, that's religious aggravating content. All right, you're going to jail 3 years. Oh, you want your country back? What do you mean your country back? All right, that's 3 years. Mohammed doesn't like that. It feels like a joke, but there's actually people in jail for this. For saying how they think. For even for even thinking to say what they feel. And that's what they want. They want all of us, not think for ourselves. Wait for the alarm to go off your phone so you can go outside. Waiting for Starmer to let you go outside. Oh, waiting for Starmer to approve the comment that you're going to make on Facebook. So you don't end up in jail. That's where we are. And they've successfully built this surveillance system. And it's working very well. And what they're waiting for, I'm not sure what will happen. But if something bad happens, come back to this video. And then let us see together what solution they'll bring in. Will it be a solution to set you free and make sure nothing bad happens in the country? Or will it be a solution that will just make them get more control? So then, for the name of safety, you don't go outside. You have to be online, digital ID, BRICS card, all this, minutes, 5 minutes cities. Forget 15, 5 minutes. Yeah. Right now, I was gonna tell you this story, but I'd rather not. It's gonna get me in trouble. I don't want to tell you. I'm sorry. It's too bad. It's too much. So let's wrap this video up because I feel like it's going for too long now. So my last quote here that I tweeted this. I said, they create a problem. Yep. It could be a terror attack. It could be a pandemic. Yeah, you remember that. It could be an economic collapse. Oh yeah, all right. Or it could be anything. Then they provoke reaction. You probably go out there and burn a car. You probably go out there and protest. You just go angry. Maybe they'll cause fear. You might stay at home and be like, 2 meters, 2 distance, mask. You're driving with your mask on. You got your fucking boosters in and shit. They want you to be panicked. They want to cause chaos. That's the reaction they want. And then the ultimate solution is total control. Thank you so much for watching. This is Baraka, and you've been watching The Baraka Show. Without further ado, if you like what we do here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Every single thing that I reported today, the link is going to be in the description. Go get it so you can read it for yourself and educate yourself as well. Without further ado, again, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it to a friend. Hand to the head salute. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. You've been silenced for very long, and every time you try to resist, they put you in jail.
For my children.
You've controlled your mind for so long to the point where you let them decide what your kids should learn, what gender they will be. And now you've let them to come for the whole nation, destroying what Britain once stood up for. They use this media machine not to report the facts to you, but to tell you what to think and what you should do.
Always be careful.
They're hiding the facts behind the noise, and they're recruiting pedophiles to tell you how to behave. And these politicians who meant to protect you, they're out there smashing your head on the ground. And
no jail time for them. This road we've been on has been very dark for a very long time, and it's time to shine a light on the truth and advocate for justice. We the people make the nation, and if we don't stand up and advocate for justice, then we certainly won't make this nation great again. So we have to create a place for that, a place that can contribute to a more informed society, and that place is Next Frontier Media.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.